Weakness to warrior mindset. This is how I meal prep for the week. And how you should too. It's very easy. Very, very easy. What I got here is I got these containers from Walmart. They're nice and metal. They don't break. And they're relatively cheap. I think they're like $6. So I got like 14 of them. That'll last me a week. 2 meals per day. Lunch and dinner. So what I put in each of these freaking containers is... I'm not finished yet. But I put 200 grams of seasoned chicken breast and 320 grams of this Giant brand mixed vegetables. Like I said, one's for lunch and then one's for dinner. And then I portion out 7 of these. And that's 400 grams of sweet potatoes. I either flip-flop back in between or back and forth. Potatoes, regular russet potatoes, and sweet potatoes. That is for my pre-workout. Okay? Now, this is everything that I eat in one day. It's about 3,000 calories. So, for pre-workout, I eat half of my sweet potatoes. So that's 200 grams of sweet potatoes. Then I go do my lifting, whether it's my upper A, my upper B, my forearms or my abs, whichever. I eat that prior. And then as soon as I'm done, I go out, I eat the other half. And then in this container, I have a scoop of protein powder. I don't particularly go for one brand. I just go for whatever's on sale. As long as it's the same calories and the same grams of protein, I'll get it. But if I can't find the right flavor, 'cause some of them taste like ass, so I usually stick with vanilla or chocolate. So in that I have 1 scoop of protein powder. And then for the Quaker old-fashioned oats, I put 2 1/4 cup scoops in it, which gives me close to about 55-60 grams of oatmeal. And then I just use water. And then I eat the orange. And then 2 hours later, I eat my breakfast. So it's about 7 o'clock, about 9:30, I eat breakfast. And in this container is 6 eggs, another scoop and like some change of Quaker oats, old-fashioned oats, which gives me 40 grams of protein, or 40 grams of oatmeal, and then another orange. And then for lunch, I have my staple, the 200 grams of chicken and the 320 grams of mixed vegetables. And then a couple hours later, around 2:30, in between 2:30 to 2:33-ish, then I have a snack or whatever. And then it's 2 apples, 6 dried apricots, and just a small handful of raisins. And then about 6:30, 7 o'clock, I have my final meal, which is another 200 grams of seasoned chicken breast and 320 grams of mixed vegetables. So these are all the products that I use. Let me jump back though. I forgot. In each one of those containers of sweet potatoes or potatoes, I put 3 teaspoons of just regular olive oil. What that does is helps me get a few extra calories, and it brings my fats up to around 66 grams. So I just use regular sun-dried tomatoes. Olive oil. These are fucking expensive, $20, $21 a bag, but it usually lasts me about a month or so. I use the creatine, the old-fashioned oats, and then whatever protein powder is on setting. I use Slap Yo Mama seasoning on my vegetables and chicken. So I heavenly season my chicken. The way I do it, and the way you can do it as well. If you have one of those small mini electric smokers, it's a small one. I just go out and get 3 freaking flats of chicken breasts, come home and I smoke them all in one day. Season them all up really, really good. Throw them in there for about 2 hours. Pop them out, let them cool off, and then I weigh them on my food calculator into a gallon Ziploc baggie. I partition them out to 1.4 grams of chicken breast. That'll get me lunch for the rest of the week. Okay, 7 lunches, 1.4. Then I'll weigh out another 1.4 grams of chicken breast, which will get me my 7 dinners. And then I'll probably have like 4 bags of that. And then I'll just pop them in the freaking deep freeze. That way, next Sunday, all I gotta do is pop them out, let them thaw out, and do everything I got to do here. Now, for the 320 grams of mixed vegetables, it takes me 4 of these. And I think they're like $3. So that's $12. Now, these Quaker oats, they last me about a month. Same way with the protein, lasts me about a month. Olive oil, probably 6 months maybe, because I'm only using, teaspoon here, teaspoon there. The most thing I go through is oranges and apples. I just love oranges and apples because it gets my fruits in. The apples are satiating, and the oranges give me vitamin C, along with all the other vitamins and micronutrients I get from the apricots, the raisins, the potatoes, the sweet potatoes, all of that. The eggs. So, that's basically how I meal prep. It comes down pretty simple, okay? The 4 bags that I use, I just pop them in the microwave 2 at a time for like 15 minutes. And then I systematically weigh everything out. I start with my sweet potatoes or potatoes. That way I do not forget to use the olive oil. And it's teaspoons. A little bit of teaspoons. And then I go to the process of throwing the chicken in there, weighing it out, and then tearing it out, and then putting the vegetables in it. And then I just rinse and repeat for all my freaking meal preps. This way, I'm 100% sure that I hit my calories each and every single day. The way I do not forget to take my creatine is in the morning. Since I have my trusty jug of water, I just dump it in there and then drink it throughout the day. And then when I get home and it's empty, I'll make one up again, take a few drinks, and then in the morning, I'll have it with me all day long. Now, this gets me about 430 grams of carbs, 243 grams of protein, and 65 grams of fat. And the fiber's up there too as well. The reason why I threw in the apricots is because they have some more potassium. I know I get the potassium from the potatoes, but sometimes I don't always eat the potatoes because I like to swap back and forth because, heavenly seasoned potatoes, they fill you up. So that's why I like sweet potatoes here and there, because I don't really have to season them, and they taste really good. So I like the raisins just because I like raisins. I'd eat some peanut butter, but it brings my fat totals way up. And you know what happens if you eat too much peanut butter, you know what I mean? A lot of grunting on that throne. I also got these at Walmart too. These aren't made for liquid. These are made for like dry foods, but I use them for my protein powders. I got 2 of them. That way I'm always a day ahead. I also got this at Walmart. It's just a thermos. And I just do overnight oats. About 6 ounces of water. Throw it in there. Throw the raisins in there. Bada boom, bada bing. So that's my whole day of eating. And that's how I meal prep. It gets very repetitive, but it stays on point. And it's very scalable. So if I need to go in a mini cut, I already know all I have to do is drop certain foods out of my diet, like the oatmeal, or cut my mixed vegetables down to 160 grams, which will be able to drop me down to 2,200 calories, 2,300 calories. So it'll put me in a deficit in case I need to cut. That way I can stay around 10 to 11% body fat should I gain too much fat on my lean bulk. The thing about me is when I reverse dieted out, I was freaking eating like 2,800 calories and I still wasn't gaining weight. So I had to jump it up, and then I had to jump it up. Now I'm at 3,000 calories and I might have to jump it up again because the scale's not moving. And I know I shouldn't, rely on the scale. I should look at what's happening with my body. But I'm trying to get to 170 pounds. And at this point, 20 pounds of muscle by December is unheard of. So I'm going to try to get as many pounds of muscle as I possibly can, well within the range of keeping my body fat percentage low. So I might not get to my 170 pound goal by December, but that's not where I'm stopping. So I can just push it out another 6 months and be at that weight by March, April of next year. But at least I'll hit my goal of 10% body fat. I only have to lose 3 pounds. Not that hard. Not as much activity as I do. So all of this usually takes me about 45 minutes to an hour to meal prep. How is this relevant to you? Well, you can just go out and buy all these things tomorrow, today, or just start small. Like I started out with 2 of these. 2 of these, and then each week I brought 2 more, 2 more, 2 more, 2 more, till I got to 14. Same with the rest of the stuff. You can start replacing all the freaking stuff that you get, like the cookies and the ice cream and the chips and all that, with oats, apricots, raisins, mixed vegetables, sweet potatoes. And then you'll have your clean and steady diet. Make sure you get a food calculator and season your food heavily. That way it's not bland and you don't want to eat it. But remember, all of this is for fuel. It's not for pleasure. I eat this for fuel, not for pleasure. The only time I have one pleasurable meal a month is sushi, and that's on my day, me day. Take and do whatever I want the whole day, and then go out for sushi one day a month. So that's my meal prep in a nutshell. And for you, my friend, how we always end the video, it's time for you to get up off the couch and start your journey from weakness to warrior mindset.